Afternoon. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI with Clive, Jill and Joshua. Oh, and Torgal. Hope everyone's having a good day. Right, I'm taking a bit of a break from Final Fantasy VII Remake, to be honest, because next time I'm going to play that, it's going to be the end of the game. That's pretty much what I've decided to do. Because I'm right at the end. Feels like a point of no return soon. It's time to dedicate an entire day for that. Right. Let's get on. We've discovered last time we discovered a tower, fallen ruins with artificial crystals, which break after one use, and we found more the fallen. The race became before us, turning creatures into crystals, which we must stop because they're still technically going. Last thing we did was a boss fight with Araman, and we're slowly climbing up the tower. Right, I can't remember the controls. I don't think there's a button press to run. I think it's just Clive auto runs. No webcam at the moment because I've not done any other 16 on the webcam, so probably a good idea not to break the continuity. Yeah. Theory is this place is still under being not under construction, still being used by Omega, because that's what the AI computer thing kind of looks like. Omega weapon from Final Fantasy V and 14. Oh, the upper ring. Okay, I'm probably right near the end if I'm at the upper ring.
Is that living flesh?
I'm beginning to think this whole tower is alive.
So used to the way Cloud plays with the instant teleportation. I think I've got the Onion Knight sword, wasn't it, at the moment? No, it's not the Onion Knight sword. I can't remember the origin of this sword. Oh, it was the Final Fantasy XIV's Warrior of Light sword. A Paladin sword. Even though I've currently got a... And that's the skin. Right. Let's go. Where are my guys? Oh, there they are. Following in line. Makes sense Omega being a thing because of how much Omega is involved in Final Fantasy 14, and the producer of this has a really close connection to Final Fantasy 14's producer as well. Come on. Yeah, the freaking Bahamut or rain. So much particle physics in this game.
Did the tower make this as well? Or is it some sort of corruption?
Feels like Final Fantasy. Not really. Familiar. Makes me think of Resident Evil. Oh, big Minotaur guy. Yep, corrupted Minotaur. I'm curious how well this will run on PCs now that PC port is being worked on and Square's going to be putting more on.
Over 1,500 years ago.
Planning on putting a lot more of their games on PC now. Like, less onto the console exclusivity track. Oh, bye! Getting used to this control scheme and the amount of particle effects in this. Come on. Ah, wrong button. Oh well. Hey, Filth! One second, so much going on right now. And try and get used to the control scheme again. There we go, right. Ooh, this music is so familiar. Keith played this game so much. Yeah, it's good. It's not great. It's not fantastic. It's great. But I wouldn't put it like... they've improved a lot with Rebirth, with the size of the world. Definitely. And multiple characters that you can play as. This felt a little too linear, in my opinion. It's technically before the final battle, so it's just extra stuff popped up. So it's like, oh, what's this over here? Just before the game, the end of the game, final mission. But yeah, going with 16 at the moment, mainly because I'm so close to the end of 7. Next time I'm going to play 7 Rebirth is going to be the end of it. So I want to dedicate like a full day or something to it. It might clarify some more. We're currently climbing an old fallen tower, which is turning creatures into crystals. And it feels like Omega Weapon is behind it.
Initializing emergency subroutines. Diverting reactor power.
I think it's getting ready to receive us.
Man, mainly I was like, Clive, don't be dead. Well, it's left a little ambiguous. Really sad.
There's another one of those devices.
It's like, they've done all this, and yet they didn't get like a confirmed like happy ending. Right, what's over here? Yeah, it's before the end, before the final battle. Because you still got Joshua, Jill and Torgal with you.
Development log entry 750501. Average improvement of crystal resilience 492% when biological core exhibits high ethereal congruity. Specimens with a congruity rating of 7 or below are to be sent to B level for military repurposing.
It may change the ending. I don't know. It may be an alternate. Once you beat the DLC, it may change the true ending potentially. Entry level 8008135. What does that spell? Boobies. Right. Where am I meant to go? I can't remember. I wasn't paying too much attention. Is there a map? That's just local map. Yeah, it's like right here. Like there was this random door right before you get to like Phoenix Gate. Yeah, I can't just press a button and have a waypoint now. I got distracted. Can I just break it? No. No, that door's locked. This is a creepy ass place. This is pretty much a umbrella style facility. I'm going to bow out now. Just wanted to say hi. Hope your stream goes well. Thank you very much. No worries. Thank you very much for saying hi. Much appreciated. I'm now lost. Journal. Okay, just climb the power. Climb the spire, not the power. Yeah, that's. Oh, is this? Oh, I could have just kept going. Ah. Go on. Attack me. There we go.
This truly was the work of the Fallen.
Then they were closer to attaining godhood than we ever imagined. No wonder Ultima struck them down.
Another accessory. Oh, nice. Orchestrion roll. Oh, this feels like a boss room.
They built an army.
Go on. Attack. There we go. And dodge. And dodge. Yeah, it's an Omicron. It's definitely Omega. There we go, yeah. They somehow have currently usable money.
Code red. The heart must be close.
If this is the end of DLC, I ended it pretty early. And I've got very little time done. Must have been so close to the end if this is actually the end of it.
There.
A dark crystal. Yeah, definitely has Omega 14's Omega vibe to it.
Unauthorized entry detected. Primary core firewalls activated. Initializing iconoclastic defense system Omega 1.
What the hell is an iconoclastic defense system? I've a feeling we're about to find out. And that we will not like the answer.
Artificial icon? Here's our spider boy. Yeah.
Core containment complete. Authorizing environmental sterilization protocol.
Well, at least we know where it is this time.
Quite. And if we want it...
If we want it, all we have to do is kill an Eikon.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a Bahamut style fight in this.
Weapons armed. Stand clear.
There we go, right. Oh, and already got a cutscene.
Is it over? Please tell me it's over.
Data assessment complete. Recalculating threat level. Weapon routines authorized. Rerouting core power to Omega 1.
This feels like the inside of the Egg Robo from Sonic 2 movie.
Not yet. And what makes you say that?
Those new
Oh.
arms, for one.
Lovely. I'm liking the epicness of this track.
All right. I'm convinced. Let's find out.
Oh, this is a fucking remix. This is a banging remix of track in 14. Come on.
Seems like it still has some fire left in it.
Ah, whoops, wrong button. I need to actually treat this like a boss fight. Be a bit more strategic with the with dodgings and such. Like, don't just spam. Right. Oof. What the hell is it doing? Come on, attack me. Okay, right. At least I only have to worry about one health bar. Oh, phase 3. Oh god, dimensional shit. I fucking love this track. This is amazing.
Why can't I breathe? Because it's constricting all of creation. Well then, we'd better kill it quick. Just keep fighting.
Right, come on. Ah, so close. That's probably phase 1. Because I'm waiting for the Ifrit, Phoenix, Shiva fight to come along, but fuck, that's a good boss. Common sense would suggest that any metal taken from the corpse of the centuries-old construct, metal that shudders and quakes like a slab of fleshly cut swine flesh, should be given a wide berth, if not a hefty heave into some nearby lagoon. That said, legendary weaponry is rarely the product of common sense.
Omega Control Unit. Offline. Initiating emergency core extraction.
Right, what are you going to do? Right, what are you going to do?
Would you care to do the honors, Clive?
Gladly.
Oh god, they followed. Shit.
For what? I I thought I told you to leave this place.
How are they going to ruin this?
I cannot let you do that. We need these crystals. They're all we have.
And just who is this we?
We are of an ancient tribe, one of the first to lose its lands to the Blight. For countless years, we were forced to roam the Twins. A nation without a Mother Crystal, a people without a blessing. So we found our
Oh, there's
own.
no Mother
The
Crystals.
Dust Crystals provide us a means to survive.
Yes, but at what cost? Like all crystals, these shards channel ether. And where do you think that ether comes from? It's sucked from the land, as a leech sucks blood from a beast.
Ah.
And
You're good.
what? You just expect us to believe that?
Oh,
No,
no, but
but that
doesn't mean
make
it.
what we've
Yeah,
told you any less true.
exactly what I was going to say, but
If
put
this
more
heart
eloquently.
is anything like the others, it will bleed the twins of their life force, till naught remains, naught but death. The proof is all around. What do you think robbed your people of their home in the first place? We are trying to stop that from happening again. And this is the only way.
Fuck me. Oh, Sid.
You saw what happened after the Empire lost Drake's head. What do you suppose they will do when they find out, as they surely will, that there is another heart hidden right here under their noses? Your people's need will count for naught.
Come on, I want an Ifrit fight.
Damn it. It doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
But you said you didn't believe him, Chief.
I don't. But the man does have a point. There's no keeping this place a secret now. And hanging on to these crystals will only get our people killed. Have it your way then. Just promise me you'll leave my people out of it.
Stand back. It's about to get hot in here.
I do love that the animation. Oh,
Warning. System overload. System overload.
here we go. Right, here's the Ifrit fight, probably. Oh, no. I thought we'll fight back. But the quality of the animation with the cutscenes and
Core not found.
the fact that you can it uses what your equipment is.
System failure.
I hope we did the right thing.
And now is the tower going to be crashing all around us? Are we going to escape in one of those airships? Omega was a good boss, but it's missing the giant Eikon fight.
We all saw the crystal's fate, but what of the cages? We barely even explored half of the chambers. Without the heart to sustain them, I doubt those still slumbering in the tower will stir now, if ever. I hope you're right. The last thing the world needs is one of those six-legged pests running around wreaking havoc. We have more than enough two-legged pests to deal with as it is.
Aha.
However blameless they may claim to be.
What? Oh, two-legged. Right. Sorry. I was just wondering what I'm going to tell the village elders when we get back. I suppose I'll just beg them for forgiveness, and when that doesn't work, give them the slip and lie low for a year or two.
You're planning to run away? Again?
What? It's got us this far, hasn't it? I mean, we may have had a bit of help, like.
Kind of you to remember. Will you and your people be alright?
Oh, we've made do without before. I reckon we'll survive. And if what you said is true, it's not like the rest of the realm's going to have it much easier. Besides, one man's ordeal is another man's opportunity, as the old saying goes.
I don't recall ever hearing that one, but fine.
Now, if you don't mind, we've got places to be.
We do? I mean, we do.
Thanks for everything.
I said we've got places to be.
Okay, okay. And they'll
Back
never
to the
seen
hideaway.
again.
Karen and Hippocrates will want to hear about this.
I was thinking we might first return to the tower and see if we can...
Back to the hideaway, then.
Okay, right. Open world map. Huh. I thought Clive would have gotten an extra look. Hi, Gav. Ooh, Gavin. Oh god, it's Satasha. Ah, it doesn't play them over. Right, let's look at the sword I picked up. Appearances. There we go, default weapon. Right. What can you make for me, Blackthorn?
What do I owe the honor? For saying Thornian, dear.
Omega weapon. Living tissue. Oof. Any of these actually upgradable? Like the new stuff I picked up? Maybe under reinforce. Oh.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
There we go.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. And?
Ooh. That's a nice looking sword. The Omega weapon. Blasphemous coupling of living flesh and synthetic bone. This relic of an age long forgotten shudders with the self-same vital spirit that animated the sage spire's mightiest sentinels. And when he looked upon mankind's creation, he saw himself. So, from that to that, nice. Yeah, let's report into Karen.
Back, are ya? So? Did you find out where the dust crystals were coming from, or what?
It's, a long story. And perhaps one better told in the shelves.
And
Bloody hell. Remind me never to go poking round in any fallen ruins.
Not only a mother crystal of human creation, but an Eikon as well.
I didn't even absorb its power.
The study of our fallen forebears is endlessly rewarding. The wonders of which they were capable never cease to amaze.
They came as something of a surprise to us, too.
You can say that again. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when we set foot in that tower.
We only knew the old stories. Of a people so consumed by greed that they sought to overthrow the gods. And I'd hazard the thing we found in that tower was conceived for that very purpose.
Omega, the offspring of the Fallen's boundless knowledge and unchecked ambition. A dangerous combination for all concerned.
Fallen or Alligans.
And Ultima crushed them. It was he whose secrets the Fallen coveted, let's not forget.
Hey, Beard!
He whom they strove to dethrone. Just as we strive to dethrone him now.
Already finished the first DLC. Typical timing.
Clive.
This power I've been given may exceed even theirs, but if I use it, as they did, who's to say things won't end the same way?
Come now, brother. I think the events of recent days have made it abundantly clear that we
Pretty much I was right before the last boss fight.
Well, you know.
You're right. They made crystals. We destroy them.
In crafting their artificial art, the Fallen sought to emulate the divine. But that is not the path we have chosen.
No. We don't want to be gods. We just want to be free.
Well said. If one does not learn from the mistakes of the past, one is doomed to repeat them. And so, I mean to write down everything you've told me to the very last detail, that those who come after might learn from our travails, and perhaps, just perhaps, forge a brighter future for our descendants.
it was quite an epic boss fight. Amazing music, which is actually a remix of a track from Final Fantasy XIV, which. But unfortunately, no, like, Eikon Ifrit fight. That's as if unable to or unwilling to accept the loss of their mother, with the destruction of the Sage Spire's heart, did it all nearby dust crystals shatter and fade. Oddly, those far removed from the tower, however, do not appear to have suffered the same fate, including a particularly suspect sample Goats was guiled or galled into buying in a recent journey to Port Isolde. They're not even what you call decent. There we go. That's Echoes of the Fallen complete. What have you got to say, Karen?
World out there. Let's stock up. So,
So the Fallen did manage to make a Mother Crystal of their own, did they? Fat lot of good it did them. Brought the wrath of God down on their own stupid heads, then left it to their descendants to clean up the mess they left behind. You did a good job making the Sage Spire spick and span, and if that fallen heart were anything like the others, I'll wager there's plenty of shards still out there sitting in stockpiles, waiting to be sold on to the highest bidder. Still, they're not like to last long, shoddy things that they are, and anyone who tries to flog them as common crystals is begging to get themselves nabbed for dealing in dodgy goods. No, those crystals are naught but curios now. They are part of this world's history, not its future.
take care.
I do have the upgraded Omega Weapon Sword now. It's a pretty sword. And as it's been less than an hour, I may as well continue on with the other DLC. I just want to double check because it was technically an Eikon, I thought. That's the new bit. Reduces amount of ability cooldown time and restores a small amount of HP regain gauge following a precision dodge. Okay. That could be quite good. Yep. Rising Tides. I hope there's an Eikon fight. I really wish there was a fight with Omega and
Clive.
And Ifrit. But
I do so enjoy our little chats.
Where's the... Oh, do I need to go to the reading table, the missive? Hi, Dion. Good of you to just hang around all this time. Dear Sid, I write you this note from impartial lands. Yes, I know we said we'd be going straight home, but a little detour to trade the trinkets we picked up on our travels for truly trusty Gil seemed in order. Give the elders something to soften the shock of losing the dust crystals. Truth is, those crystals have long been a lifeline for our people, and though I may have been quick to comprehend your reasoning that they're naught but a tether to a sinking ship, humble country folk like mine are rather less receptive to new ideas. Wish me luck in turning them to the righteous path, Famil. P.S. In the unlikely event that we should find ourselves driven from our home at point of pitchfork, I trust you'll spare us a bed or three. The lads can sleep on the floor at a pinch. Unmarked. Sid, I shall not waste any time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue. and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest dispute, the Dabe has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more, for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid your journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Nice.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
I really hope there's a Eikon fight.
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
How's your day beating a beard? Hope it's okay. Hopefully it's chill with the gremlin.
I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details. Do we know its provenance? That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard
you had
to point them
work.
in our direction.
There.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Or her.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crashing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Vale can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you.
Okay.
And Otto.
Hold the fort.
I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Oh. The Calm. Chasing the tides. Quest destinations for the rising tides are indicated with this symbol. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed on the to-do list on the right-hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. If you wish to restore to main scenario objectives to to-do list, you can do so with the journal in the main tab. Ooh, I see him. Oh yeah, the spy has appeared here now.
To the Vale it is then.
Looks like you've got a thirst.
But enough talk.
How about we
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So,
Oh,
will your
there's
friends
multiples?
be joining in, or just watching?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
Like they just had to stare at Clive to go, answer this carefully.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Okay, I'll keep my sword to hand, and also
Does anyone else think it's strange?
all
that
my
this woman
particle
should prefer
physics.
to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
It's not an auto.
Run like the wind.
So it's just get close to the Chocobo in 7 and just auto attaches. I wonder if that's it over there, because that looks very suspicious.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
Nobody.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
Buckshot. Nice.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The motes of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated.
Ooh.
Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
That is
Surge.
exactly what it is.
Only that it's been there a long time.
Oh, never even paid attention. Never even noticed
Since
it
the
before.
fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the Eikon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes.
Ah, so him. Okay.
You see, a little bird told
I
me
thought
about a certain
the Leviathan would have been a
outlaw
female.
with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an Eikon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
Oh, I have to. I paid for it.
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay?
Ah, the new
Lead the way
region.
there.
Lead the way.
I wonder if 16 will get any more DLC going forward. Oh, there's a PlayStation State of Play tomorrow night as well. So, get to... Aha! Lost Cloak. So I wonder what's going to be announced at that. They only said like 15 PS5 and PSVR games, so it's not going to be huge, unfortunately, I don't think. I'm not... Because PlayStation had a really good start of the year.
We're coming up on the wall and
with Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes.
I'm trying to think what else, actually, to be honest. So there's Like a Dragon, but then that's a all console, all systems thing.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Hey, nice happy area. Maybe. Blue skies, green fields. Nothing's wrong with this place.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
I wonder if there's going to be a 7 Rebirth DLC. Like, something to do with Vincent and Sid. Don't know. Or more Zack. More Zack would be good. a Zack spin-off. Not a prequel, spin-off.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one.
I don't know how the game ends, but could happen.
I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
At least we've got fast travel points here. Homecoming! Woo! What trophies have we got then? Literally. It's just start it, get there. Yep. Thinking about trophies, let's go to view all. What have I missed in Echoes of the Fallen? Defeat Omega in Final Fantasy mode. Okay, that's hard mode. Obtain all fallen bits. Oh, okay, I missed 2 fallen bits. Oh. There's probably more here because it's an actual open map.
Watch yourself, Sid.
Oh, this is pretty.
Be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Sheila, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
Bird. We just...
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Wait
no one
for me
branded
in some
here.
wreck, if I ever get careless.
And it's in for a long wait.
Oh. Ah, bit late on that one.
We're almost at the summit.
Trying to
From
think
there, you'll have a better view of our home.
maybe Sony games they will announce for, say, later this year. Because I don't think there's any big titles due.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you.
It's like Ghost of Tsushima 2, maybe?
It's not what I expected.
Maybe a Sly Cooper with a...
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
a paradise that's been untouched by the Blight.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey. and I expect.
Oh, they'll probably announce Spider-Man 2 DLC.
Our humble village is only a short way from here. If you care to accompany me.
They might announce some, because it's state of play at the moment, some shadow drops on the
and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
On the PlayStation Plus side of things, for the enhanced not enhanced. Some of the free-to-play games might expand. Something like Last of Us Part 1, I hope.
Beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Maybe this. Typically, it'll be this. Dear. Cave I can't enter. Yet. Well, they're not deer, they're antelope?
Are those stones?
I had to look, and there doesn't seem to be any plans to making for new DLC for this. Nah, most likely not. They're currently working on making this PC compatible. There we go, level up.
If the surge was an act of rage,
one wonders what prompted it.
This is a pretty map. Oh. You gonna do anything? Ah, may as well level 1 Mega Flare. I honestly thought the Echoes of the Fallen would have been a longer DLC.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
I'm sure I'm not meant to be here, that's probably why. Although frame rate's not being kind to me at the moment, it does feel a little choppy, even though I have favoured performance. Herb.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Oh, wow. Obviously, it's called... Typically, it is called Haven. Yeah.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties.
They're sort of
You have
related to
forgive
Jill
my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors.
because of the hair colours.
Truth be told.
Although hers is more dark silver, grey.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you.
Tell they concentrated a lot on just... Oh, 7 was just big world, big, lively, towns, cities, lots of side quests, lots of additional content, extra characters. This was just like, let's make it as pretty as possible.
That'll be them then. Don't look like much if you ask me.
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Outsiders should stay on the outside.
Okay, I'll just trample on all your flowers then. I can't fire off any fire blasts.
That one's got a black cape. Do you think he's the leader?
Intruders! We must flee.
No.
There's Cut, Foundry, the stores. Okay, so places to go later.
Welcome to Haven. The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walias.
This man, Walias, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walias is still a baby.
Oh, what?
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his Eikon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago.
Time magic.
That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
So was it just a big temper
Walias
tantrum?
was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Eikons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village. If my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the surge.
Can see a forever baby. Oh look, it's a little baby.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Ah, the symbol thing. Wait. What?
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
The completely pointless symbol
Should the
thing.
tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. But we will have...
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
Yeah, side quests.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
The reasons I can't go into, because it's a side quest. I have to bulk up the DLC somehow.
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
What a weird, like, it's literally right there. And you can't get it yourself?
I'm not arguing. The child must...
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah, Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Oh, is it they're picking on him?
Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness. but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have one, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
Oh. Quick complete. After completing main objectives, some quests you may be given the option to quick travel to the quest final destination. If you see a prompt in the lower right hand corner of your screen, hold down the start button to immediately travel to the NPC eagerly waiting your return. Of course, this option is not mandatory and you're free to ignore it. It can also be completely disabled by game settings. Oh, it's a new update. A quality of life update.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? Me?
Here's a gift. More work to do.
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
Ah, so we don't have to go back to the Invincible.
All right, then.
I think Blackthorn might be pissed.
I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
I will. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
The overly dramatic quest complete symbol. Ooh. Reflection of Earth, Titanic block. Enhances Titanic icon feat, Titanic block, making it capable of block attacks from behind while restoring a small amount of HP to the gauge. Oh, that's kind of cool.
What is it you want?
Okay. Nothing new. Nothing new. Okay.
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though.
Buggered off.
Not that would fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Of course
Yeah.
not.
Because then
Wouldn't have
it
gone far, will she?
I hope not.
gives me
I've scoured the entire village for her and come up
gives me ability to get the shop open.
Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once she heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! Should have seen her little eyes light up. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask Ruka,
Excuse me.
her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Hear me, mine ancestors.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka. I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to
that path.
little spot that. Safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will. This must be the path.
Is it just Clive? Nah, Joshua and Jill and Torgal are behind. I actually had to use potions during the fight with Omega as well. That was very unusual. Actually having to use healing items.
It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Good old curious child.
Everything might be a stretch.
Oh, fast travelled.
Thank you for bringing her home.
You have to
Sorry
do a,
for the trouble.
you know, not a fetch quest, but a escort quest.
It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried.
You can tell me all about the outside world later, sweet pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
Of course, I bet.
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Cool, I bet there's nothing I need to buy. Oh. Angus tallow. And more bloody hides. Oh.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, what's the route you wanted? This is all we have.
Oh, actually? Better than the stuff I got from the Fallen Tower, strangely enough.
Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it, may it serve you well. Well, if you're sure you need it.
All these weapons I could technically sell. Like I could sell, like, the Ragnarok Gosher and Damarung, which took forever to make. And it's only worth 3,000 gil.
I'll be here. Will you be back soon? You've still got to tell me everything else about the outside.
Oh well, may as well now leave the village.
How long?
Explore the world of Meridia. Chocobo! I could probably get Ambrosius here.
Off to the surge, are you? Well, just you stay close to the tributary. Don't want you getting lost in the forest.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
It's all paths. No big open world aspect.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Eikon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
The giant spider. Tom Breeze.
Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
I've got a sharper knife. You okay there? So that's the tombery in this world. Oh, I feel sorry for them. Because what, in 14, you make friends with them. You do have to fight them, but there's a clan of Tomberries which are actually you know, friendly. One of them is actually a teacher for one of the classes.
I can smell the sea. It's not far now.
Probably not the nastiest of Tomberries. Wait till I find the King Tomberry, I bet. Ooh.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow
By
the
boat.
coastline north.
Oh.
There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. It worries by his people.
Actually seeing the experience bar going up a fair amount at least. Ooh, Elementoy. Lesser Arc. Oh. There we go, right, now it's stunned. Come on, you guys, you want to not join in? Alright, let's do some healing. Oh. Never mind then. Will this now fast travel me to the spot? Like set piece?
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No.
Yeah, if it's frozen time, it can probably
surge
walk.
wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
Origin?
It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
What is Origin from? It sounds like a final boss of something. Oh wow, it literally, you're so close to here.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Okay, do you come down and just, not just walk it, but, you know, chop down the path or anything like that?
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
I take it we have to go up and stop that light.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No, it's not.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
Wow.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin, committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control.
Yeah, when you took Jill's, that ended well.
If we turn our backs
Everyone
on
else,
this child,
no.
there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Oh, boss fight.
It's going to be all right.
Damn this particle physics.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Okay, what have I got? The power of water. Clive has claimed a portion of Eikon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspects of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Crosswell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies from multiple angles. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Right. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's arm, Clive's off arm, a sea-spitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great distances. Pressing square in this state will unleash a tidal torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures, while pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water, a tidal stream, at enemies situated just outside melee range. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing circle. time a second press perfectly with the on-screen prompt to immediately refill the gauge, as well as an unlimited ammunition for a short period of time. The tidal gauge is also replenished while successfully executing a precision dodge. While using Serpent's Cry, pressing R1 again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in air, extended the dodge even further. Tidal Torrent can be used while rolling while pressing square. Only device abilities are available during this battle.
Leviathan.
No, just an eggy, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
This one. Over here. Oh, look. That's friends. Yours, Torgal.
Yeah, the Leviathan ability is not exactly great. Where is it? It's just go full on limit break. So used to pressing circle to dodge. It'll take some time to get used to. Aquarius Orb and Magic Dash crafted. It's been noted that in some early text our forebears would oft times refer to crystals as orbs, and while they use all capital letters of this day cannot be satisfactorily explained, the term itself is most likely one scholar's interpretation of text that transcribed from a much older language. This pale blue fragment, taken from the body of the Egi, or Agi, Perkos, however, is indeed an orb, and while nigh flawless and teeming with wild walls and eddies of pure life energy, by no means does it warrant rendering in the uppercase. Okay, weird.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
Perhaps still
Child
conscious.
has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
So, baby being trapped in time for 80 years, but conscious throughout. Oof.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
So, here we are. Alright, what have we got here? Abyssal Tear. Rip open the slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea, and when the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm that hones in on nearby enemies. Yes. Oh, tsunami. Okay, conjuring a whirling wave of titanic proportions to swallow up and spit out all enemies caught in the surf. That wasn't too bad. Let's... Who was it? Ah, that's Shiva. Let's upgrade a few things while I'm here. I haven't used Garuda in this stuff in ages. And not really used Ramu either. Oh, wrong way. Actually, can they make stuff with the new things I just got?
Bastard things.
Oh, he's got new stuff, at least.
What is it you want?
The Tide Strike. Ooh. Not as good as the Omega weapon, but that could still be upgradable.
There.
What's it look like?
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
Oh, let's... go back to the Omega weapon. But I assume the Tide Strike does upgrade over time throughout the DLC.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here.
Oh god, that's the tower. From the Fallen.
After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
Echoes of the Fallen.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his Eikon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magicks, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on.
I wonder if it's Shiva related, because she kind of looks a bit like Jill.
So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge.
Okay,
But it's
cool.
been a long time since anyone set foot in the place.
Probably guarded by
And
Tom
now
Breeze and
there are
Captors.
others who claim it as their own.
Doom Train.
Then we shall go prepared
Eden.
for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Walius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Fair dues. Oh well. So off we are to the another side
Vare
quest.
is not easy to find. We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
I can't.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fanit, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Oh no, I brought an outside disease.
I hope so too, but...
But?
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether.
Ooh, ominous
Should've
music.
said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Oh, of course. Side quests,
happy
extra
to,
stuff.
If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
More stuff with the blacksmith. Cool.
Leave me be. Let me go.
Oh, another side quest over there as well.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was.
Always out and about.
Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Valisthea's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends.
Old friends, you say? Nothing more than
he
that?
knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
No sign of the child.
She showed them the surge. But what if the...
Come on.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazir, is it not? Pavat tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what, but he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanit is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Oh, we just found, like, the local scousers, have we?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Look, is it scouse or is it maybe more, Geordie?
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Valisthea, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest. Between here and the coast.
Got cursed by a tombury or something.
But then... I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the tomburies. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work.
You have to find Tombury King.
It's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Get the offering from the altar. Oh.
Bastard things. Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back.
Oh.
Would you help me find him?
No one with the Tomburies? Yeah.
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run and another near the Winged Wains, the ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well. One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine-gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
would.
Ah, that's at least handy.
Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
I think this is a useful one to do first. Don't worry about the sick guy.
Bastard things. All the fish, why not?
You one of the outsiders, then?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Hey.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do.
Hooray!
Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
Mimic gourd?
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
I have to go back to the main map. Where was it? Martha's Rest. Here we go. Actually doing something outside of normal map. The DLC map, I mean. Ooh. Lovely, lovely grey skies.
Right off.
Oh.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart. How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the Rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a mimic gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, they're
Oh,
too
you're
good.
very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Good one.
Right.
And now my
Back through here. I'm not sure when I'm going to finish. I'm going to give myself about another 15 to 20 minutes, I'd say. So, doing side quests is probably a good thing. Because I still got work tomorrow, and I did not expect to beat the Echoes of the Fallen so goddamn quickly.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the mimic or two. Yeah.
Ah, looked like a pumpkin.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Should have chosen a better tact for Ambrosia. Because it didn't expect plot to revolve around it.
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Cool, it's a faster travel. Okay, now I've done that, let's sort out the Tombury.
And once everyone left me in peace.
Oh.
Good girl.
Run like the wind.
Before we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the...
Rolls of honour, rolls of honour. What ails you? Uninvited guests, okay. Oh, that's another side quest I must have missed.
Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then. Back to the stables, girl. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Oh. Hey, Tom Breeze. Surprised that with tails like that, they don't swim.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
just... Oh, more Tomberries. Alright, let's just juggle it. Don't use the ranged attacks too often.
Let's see what's on this altar then. A silver chain. I doubt the Tomberries made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
There we go. Much quicker. Although got a bit of a black screen. There we go.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Oh, what?
By men of the faith.
Oh.
What's it doing here? And why would the Tomberries be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomberries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tomberry curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
Oh, his best friend, probably.
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
Oh, okay.
I beg your pardon.
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now, let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this.
Okay.
We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise.
Oh, joy.
If you find anything,
Item
see if you can
finder.
bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it. If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Probably do another main plot. Then come back and then fight more Tomberries. Serpent's Ring Design Draft. Diagram detailing the steps to craft a set of 4 rings believed to channel the might of the Eikon Leviathan. Oh. Okay, let's have a look how to make it. Serpent Rings. You have obtained designs draft for Serpent Rings, accessories that, when equipped, enhance Leviathan's iconic abilities. To create these items, speak to Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pavat in Haven's Foundry. Select the craft option. Please note the crafting them will require several materials only found in Mysidia, such as aquamarine. Yep. You have obtained the Adder Stone. Carved from aquamarine Adder Stone will resonate both audibly and visibly with other nearby sources of the precious gemstones, making them invaluable in gathering the rare crafting material. Your controller will also vibrate when in proximity. Aquamarine is hidden throughout Mysidia, so be sure to check every corner of the region, but please note that some aquamarine locations will differ between action and story focus modes and Final Fantasy mode. Right.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any.
Oh, that's reinforced, not craft. Okay, Serpent's Wonder Deluge. Okay. So I need about 8 aquamarines for these items.
A good tide to you.
And there was another side quest.
Sign of the child.
Well, actually, let's leave that side quest. Let's finish off the one we've got. And then it could be, like, fresh for next time. Which, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Not sure at the moment.
And once everyone left me in peace.
Oh. Just phased out of the rock, did you, Ambrosia?
Thanks, Cal.
Okay, I assume that dripping noise. Is an aquamarine.
This is the mineral Pavat was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell.
Really? It sounds like droplets of water to me.
Well, here's the cairn. But no sign of Nasef. To the riverbank, then.
So would it be there? Let's remove the marker.
Who have we here? I'm looking for a man named Nasef.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cans. Wait, you didn't think I was him, did you?
I don't know.
Sorry, mate, I'm just out to gym myself a few ibexes. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look for him. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cairns and didn't return.
Well, that is a worry.
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods as well as anyone. Can you think where he might have gone?
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to rebuild it. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the far side. Maybe he decided to visit that one while he was here.
Maybe. It's worth a look, certainly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out too. Perhaps he just got delayed or something.
Let's hope so.
Giant crab. A robber crab. Oh. Oh well, that was a waste of an attack. Okay, nothing that way. That's blocked right now.
This must be the bridge the hunter was talking about.
I should really, well, I've got time to replay this game, to be honest, now. Like, do Final Fantasy mode, see what the difficulty mode is like, essentially. This is the right way. This? Yeah, it just circles round. Because if I go over here, that's the path. Oh, it's a flan.
Hold on.
Okay. Just doing all those freaking numbers. It's insane. Like, I wonder if there is an option to turn down the particle physics of this and the numbers. Yeah. Nothing special in these dropped items.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest. And you must be Nassef.
I am? But how do you know that?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you when you didn't return.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those creatures come until it was too late.
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it if you're dead. You need to take more care.
Yeah, no arguments there.
Maybe more than one person go at a time?
We usually work together.
Oh, there we go.
Backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things would be perfect for your arrival. Stupid, I know.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nasef. Woods are full of nasties today.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life. It's only right I repay you.
If you insist. Take care now.
Okay. Yep, travel back.
I thought I'd lost you, but thank you. Nasef told me everything. If you hadn't got there when you did. Oh, it doesn't bear thinking about.
All that matters is that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but don't go alone again.
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us. It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine if we had to do that.
I'd rather not. Would only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairns the same way we can. I reckon this place would be doomed without us.
So, you do this work for the good of your people? Not because...
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our reign fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
They would.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you.
Yeah, this world is fucked up.
To keep this place hidden
with that. With some people just going, oh, my child now can cast magic without a crystal. They're scum now. Sell them to slavery. Silver penning. It is surplus of time or can be traded for gil. Okay, it's just a selling item. Alright. Hey, more fast travel spots. Alright. I'll create a new save data. There we go. I'm going to call it there for the night. That's actually probably a good spot. Got one more side quest to do and then it's main plot again. Might be back tomorrow, I'm not sure at the moment. See how I go. If not, I'll be back at the weekend. Back on Beard Gamer... No, not Beard Gamercraft. Beard Streams Here's channel. Who will be... will be playing Resident Evil Revelations on Friday night, so please join. But if everyone... Until then, hope everyone has a good rest of the week and catch you all very soon. Goodbye.